Nana's Beauty Science Salon, Day 8. A. The Wood Buffalo Flashback. Nana opened the next door. Cold air rushed into the salon. Why is it freezing? This is the Wood Buffalo Flashback room. Inside, cypress disappeared. Snow covered the ground. Tall pine trees stood outside. Green northern lights moved above Fort McMurray. This feels like Canada. We lived in Wood Buffalo for 12 years, so we can use Canada to remember climate science. This room needs a heater. Heat is useful, but how we make energy matters. The screen showed coal, oil, and natural gas. These are fossil fuels. They formed from ancient living things over millions of years. Yes, coal mostly formed from ancient plants. Oil and natural gas mostly formed from tiny marine organisms. Heat and pressure changed the remains into fossil fuels. So fossil fuels store carbon from ancient life. Exactly. The screen showed cars, planes, homes, and power stations. When humans burn fossil fuels, carbon dioxide is released. Combustion adds carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Correct. The Canada room changed. Smoke appeared over the forest. That reminds me of wildfire smoke. Wildfires can happen naturally or because of human activity. Climate change can make some places hotter and drier, which can increase wildfire risk. And smoke affects breathing. Extreme weather affects people, animals, homes, health, and ecosystems. The screen showed 4 windows: drought, flood, wildfire, storm. Climate change can affect weather patterns. Drought means too little rain. Yes, drought can make crops fail, reduce water supply, harm animals, and cause food shortages. Flooding can destroy homes, roads, crops, and infrastructure. Infrastructure means roads, bridges, power lines, and buildings. Exactly. The room changed again. A glacier appeared. Meltwater flowed into the ocean. Land glaciers are important for sea level rise. Because when land ice melts, it adds new water to the sea. Correct. Then a glass tank appeared. One side had ice floating in water. The other side had ice sitting on land above water. Remember the ice experiment. If floating ice melts, it does not raise the water level much. But if land ice melts, it flows into the sea and raises sea level. Land ice is the bigger problem. Yes. Nana warmed a beaker of water. A marker line showed the water level. As the water warmed, the level rose slightly. Water expands when it gets warmer. So sea level rises because glaciers melt and warmer ocean water expands. Perfect. The northern lights glowed brighter. Now connect this back to the carbon cycle. The screen showed a tree taking in carbon dioxide. Plants remove carbon dioxide by photosynthesis. Then it showed an animal breathing. Animals release carbon dioxide by respiration. Then it showed decomposers breaking down dead leaves. Decomposers also release carbon dioxide. Then it showed a car engine. Burning fossil fuels releases extra carbon dioxide that was stored underground for millions of years. So the normal carbon cycle keeps carbon moving, but humans add too much extra carbon dioxide too quickly. That is the key idea. Nana wrote the Wood Buffalo memory script on the snowy window. Fossil fuels formed from ancient living things over millions of years. Coal mostly formed from ancient plants. Oil and natural gas mostly formed from tiny marine organisms. Burning fossil fuels releases carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Plants take in carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Animals, plants, and decomposers release carbon dioxide during respiration. Human activity can increase carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Climate change can affect droughts, floods, wildfires, storms, and heat waves. Melting land glaciers raise sea level. Warmer water expands and also raises sea level. Extreme weather can affect people, animals, health, homes, crops, and roads. Cypress helps me remember heat. Wood buffalo helps me remember ice, forests, fossil fuels, and wildfires. That is why memories are useful. Good. Before I freeze, let's go back. Next, we leave Earth and look up at the moon.